Welcome back to the show, and CHEO is back with another fundraiser. I can't say enough about this community and how we support our hospitals, in particular our children's hospital. We're so fortunate to have it here in Ottawa, and they have an amazing 50-50 going on right now. Here to tell us more about it, I'm joined by the VP of Community and Development at the CHEO Foundation, Dan Champagne. Dan, welcome to the show. Great to have you here. And we have another early bird deadline coming up, if I remember correctly, April 1st. But let's talk about this 50-50, because what a great success it was last year, Dan.
Yeah, and I mean, truer words have never been said than your initial point about how incredible this community we live in truly is. Last year was our first year with this. The winner took home a little over $1.4 million, and of course, a brand new Ford F-150 from the Ottawa Ford dealers. But I love telling the story because I called him and we let him know he won, and what are you going to do with all that money? And his response was, I'm going to buy some land in Costa Rica and get 3 goats. So whatever you're doing.
I love
3
it.
goats.
That is the real answer. That is amazing. This guy or gal really thought this whole thing out, didn't they? If I win, this is my plan.
Yeah, his name is Marty Kosh, and I also read something just to show you how back to what an incredible community is we live in. I think he might have been from the Pembroke area, but I read about some of the food banks that he went back to Pembroke and supported with some of his winnings. So the giving community keeps giving even when they win.
I love it. I mentioned the early bird is coming up. Let's talk about the early bird. And as with most early birds, I'm sure there's a prize involved.
Yeah, we tried to be creative. And so this year for the next early bird coming up, which the final deadline is midnight on April 1st, we're going to draw 3 names following that deadline, and each person is going to win a 1-week cottage rental together at the same area, and there'll be a sort of a meet and greet for our winners to spend some time together when they first get there, and hopefully enjoy a relaxing weekend with friends or family or both, or just solitude if that's what they would like. But
very nice.
That's the next early bird prize.
Yeah, and that's at the Springwood Resort. If people have not seen it, we just showed some great images of it. It's an absolutely beautiful resort. Well, let's talk about the grand prize. What does the grand prize look like at this moment? Obviously, it continues to build, which is the exciting thing about a 50-50.
Yeah, and we've already got some traction. It's quite wonderful. Right now, the jackpot is sitting at $536,000 to the winner, plus, of course, a brand new Ford F-150 from the Ottawa Ford dealers. Or if you'd prefer a cash payout, you can add $50,000 to that total. So no telling where it's going to finish, but gee whiz, we still got, I think, 5 weeks left to go. But if it finished today and I won $536,000 on an F-150, I would consider buying some land in Costa Rica and some goats. That's just me.
Now, how many goats, though, Dan? That's the important thing.
I think it depends on the size of the land. Yeah.
Let's talk about where the money goes. Is it going to anything specific at CHEO this year, Dan?
What we tried to do, particularly with Dream of a Lifetime and the Ford 50-50 Plus, it goes to priority use. The quick answer to your question is it goes exactly where it's needed the most right now. Okay. And as you know, from a planning point of view, the hospital and the research institute and of course Roger Nielsen House, they plan out as far into the future as you can for things that you can almost protect equipment age or the roof or things like that. But in this case, it gets to go to all of those surprises, priority use needs for the hospital that we may not have known about or been able to plan for or dream of affording.
Dan, I understand you have some new ticket bundles this year as well. Tell me about those.
Yeah, so we have the tickets are $10. 10 tickets for $25. 50 for 30 tickets, $100 for 100 tickets. And then the new one that we've added is 200 tickets for $175. And also new this year that we didn't have last year is you can actually phone in to buy a ticket as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think we forget that, right? We have, certain demographics that don't necessarily jump on. I mean, I'm thinking of my mother and my stepfather, right? They don't have the internet, and telephone numbers are important. What about the big announcement? When does that big announcement happen that we announce the grand prize winner?
The final deadline is midnight, Friday the 22nd, and we'll have the grand draw about 2 weeks after that. And I want to come back to that phone number because I did tease people and say you can buy it on the phone and then didn't tell them the number. But the number, if you'd like to buy your tickets on the phone, is 613-722-5437 or 877-562-5437. And you're absolutely right. There's that whole layer of people that are far more comfortable buying a ticket on the phone for whatever reason versus online. They may not be connected.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, real pleasure. Always love talking to you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
We are very appreciative of the opportunity. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. All right, another reminder, CHEO5050.ca to get your tickets. A lot of different bundles available. Coming up this weekend, the Ottawa Home and Garden Show, and my next guest is doing a fantastic presentation. We'll tell you about it right after this.